Santa's shadowy past. All right, picture this. Santa's sliding down your chimney all jolly and sweet, but behind him, there's something off. His story, not as squeaky clean as that red suit. Let's start with Krampus, Santa's horned, devilish companion from Alpine folklore. This isn't a guy handing out candy canes. Krampus is a figure straight out of a nightmare, wrapped in thick black fur, with gnarled horns and glowing, sinister eyes. He drags heavy chains behind him, rattling them as a warning, and carries a bundle of birch branches for whipping misbehaving children. But that's not the scariest part. Krampus also carries a sack or basket, not for presents, but for stuffing naughty kids inside. Legends say he drags them off to his lair, or worse, to the underworld, where their fate is far from merry. Alpine villages still embrace this dark tradition, with Krampusnacht celebrated on December 5th. On this night, costumed revelers dressed as Krampus roam the streets, clanging chains and spreading terror among the crowds. It's a chilling reminder that for every good kid rewarded with gifts, there's a dark counterpart waiting for those who step out of line. But Krampus isn't Santa's only shadowy companion. Enter Belsnickel, a rugged, no-nonsense figure from German folklore. Think of him as Santa's tough love enforcer. Dressed in rags and covered in soot, Belsnickel would show up unannounced, carrying a switch for whipping naughty children. But unlike Krampus, Belsnickel gave kids a chance to redeem themselves. He'd test their behavior on the spot. If they were respectful and polite, they'd receive treats like candy or nuts. If not, let's just say the switch wasn't just for show. And then there's the darkest figure of all, Père Fouettard, or the Whipping Father. His origin story is something straight out of a horror movie. According to legend, Père Fouettard was a butcher who, along with his wife, kidnapped and murdered children. St. Nicholas, upon discovering this horrifying act, resurrected the children and punished Père Fouettard by forcing him into eternal servitude. From then on, he became Saint Nicholas's sinister helper, doling out harsh punishments to the naughty. Forget coal in your stocking. If Père Fouettard paid you a visit, you were in for something far worse. And let's not forget Santa's ancient roots in the Wild Hunt, a ghostly procession led by Odin in Norse mythology. This spectral event saw spirits sweeping through the winter skies, rewarding the good and punishing the bad. Sound familiar? It's no coincidence that Santa's story shares elements of this haunting tradition. His origins are deeply tied to a time when winter wasn't just magical, but terrifying. So next time you hear sleigh bells, ask yourself, is it Santa or something darker? Because while the presents may look shiny and bright, Santa's story is a mix of holiday cheer and chilling shadows. And who knows, maybe Krampus is still keeping an eye on the naughty list. Wouldn't want to find out, right?